Hello, hello. How are you doing? Okay, so we are here today to paint a teacher appreciation door hanger. This is actually, don't tell her, but this is for little Miss Raylan's teacher. So we can't tell her secrets because she doesn't know how to keep a secret. So she asked me earlier, she goes, "Why is my teacher's name on that?" And I'm like, "Who knows if it's her? Like, it could be, there's a lot of people with that name." And so I'm like, it wasn't lying, but it wasn't not lying, right? Right. But I know my daughter. She cannot keep a secret. So if she asks, it could be any teacher with this name, right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into painting. If you are catching the live, hop on, say hello, tell me what you're doing. After I'm done doing this, I'm going to be cooking dinner. One of my kids' favorite things. But if you were catching the replay, make sure you were putting that hashtag replay to let me know that you came to hang out with us after hours. We are going to be painting this kind of in a succession or a dissection. I like to dissect my designs as I paint, like I paint them in pieces. I do not like to paint them all willy nilly, and I don't like fussy painting. So if you paint with me on any regular basis, you know that about me. I don't like to messy. I don't like to fussy paint things. I don't like to. Hey, hey, hey! How you doing? Happy Thursday afternoon. I don't like to try to make things fit. Like I like to paint with ease. So if you paint with me, that's what I show. That's how I paint. That's how I teach. I try to make things as least stressful as possible. I'm trying to find. Yeah, we'll just go with this. It's not exactly how I want to go with it, but we will make it work. All right. So I'm going to paint the majority of this yellow. Okay. The majority of this is going to get painted yellow. Let's see. I'm not too worried about painting the middle because that's going to be very close to black. And I'm painting light coats, very thin coats. I'm not trying to paint heavy, thick coats to get everything done in one coat. A lot of the colors that we're going to be messing with tonight are just not one coaters, and we just have to accept that. So, a lot of people ask me, "Hey, where can I get what brand of paint? Where can I buy my paint where my paint is going to get good coverage?" Just accept that there are certain colors that are not, and that's just the nature of their actual color. Okay, yellow's not the best coverage. Hey, Lori. Gosh, Lori, I'm still laughing over your comment. Hashtag let Marie go. It makes me giggle. It makes me giggle. If y'all caught my last live, Lori was really she was fighting the good fight for my friend Marie to be able to go to a retreat with me. They have decided Marie is not going to go, so it's her mama's birthday that week, and I guess she can have her birthday weekend. It's okay. It's kind of my birthday too. It's the week before my birthday, but I'm treating it like it's my birthday. It's my birthday present to myself. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and paint the pencil part, the most iconic part of the pencil, the yellow. I know, right? I know. I know. If anybody else wants to go, though, we have a spot. We have a spot in our Airbnb. So, oh, I went a little too far up, but that's okay. Yellow is easily covered. Here, I'm going to go a little. Give me just a second. I'm going to go a little less Erica, a little more painting. How about, is everybody okay with that? I feel like you will be. I know I am. I'll just be down here in the corner. We're going to put baby in the corner, okay? I'm a little dark. Spotlight. I'm a little dark. Although that feels very prom. It feels very promish. It does. I don't know. We'll go with it. Because I do feel like, oh, but I do. I feel like it's very, like, 1980 prom, like, spotlight, concert spotlight. But yeah. So, gotta see your beautiful face. Well, I mean, it's washed. There's progress there. We were we're in for, I don't know if they're going to be storms or what, but it is Easter week, like leading into Easter week. And so anytime between now and the first week of April, we're just prepared for any kind of weather, because here in Louisiana, our hardest tornado season, historically, we get a pretty decent tornado like weather around this time of year. We do a lot of it's a lot of rain. It's a lot of rain. I see the pencils won. Well, actually, it was pretty even. It was pretty even between three. It was pretty even between this one, the cupcake. What was the third one? There was a third. I think it was maybe the gnome. Maybe the gnome. And so I let my husband pick, and he had a very good point. He never gets to pick, so I gave him the three options. He got to pick this morning. I was like, "Hey, I got to cut something out for this afternoon, so help your wife out a little bit." So he never gets to pick anything. So he picked the pencils, and I can't say out loud why, because we got little ears.
What's this?
Baby, why are you taking? Is that yours? Does it belong to you?
I'm just looking.
I understand you're just looking. You look with your eyes, not with your hands. I got told that a lot as a kid, so it kind of hurt to say that out loud. Have you ever said anything that your parents said and you're just like, oh, am I becoming my parents? Although that was my grandmother. My grandmother would say that.
I'm actually not alone. I actually brought someone.
Who did you bring? Tell us. Okay, hold on. Here, do it right here. Tell us about your friend.
Her name is Yuna.
Yuna. Okay. Yuna.
And
the second coat of our buttery yellow.
Yeah. And also she also has the same yellow as your painting.
Oh, she does. Nice pastel yellow. Opened your mouth and your daughter fell out, right?
She also has I add a scrunchie to her, and it's a mermaid scrunchie.
It's a mermaid scrunchie. Let me move my cup before I knock it over. I've been sipping on this sweet tea all day long.
Okay, I can have some sweet tea.
You want to sip a sweet tea?
Yes, I love sweet tea.
It's from, look where it's from.
Buddies.
It's from Buddies. That's what she calls Chick-fil-A. All right, this.
It looks like a foot.
It does. The chicken, the head on the logo, it looks like a foot. She called it that one day when we were on the interstate, and you can see it from the off ramp that we were going down. And she goes, "Oh, are we going to Buddies?" I was like, "What is Buddies?" It was a whole conversation between her and I, and I'm like, I don't know what she's talking about, because there was Best Buy, Target. Can you not touch the wet paint? Thank you.
I thought it wasn't.
What if it was? You would have messed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't, see?
But and so it eventually got to the whole, oh, she means Chick-fil-A. And it has not been Chick-fil-A in our household since then. She was about 2 or 3 when she deemed it Buddies.
No, I was 5.
Of course, she's gonna argue with me. Let's see, that is an empty spray bottle.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we've got 2 good coverage coats. We're gonna come in with a little bit of messy painting, I'm thinking.
Yeah, you told us it's messy.
I told you not to touch wet paint.
I by accident
Go on with your bad self.
By accident touch it.
Let's see if I can kind of even this out just a little bit. So another reason I like to use this spritz bottle is sometimes with thicker paints, which this yellow is kind of thick paint, because it's a pastel. Pastels tend to have a lot of white, and white will make something. Baby girl, I just elbowed you in the rib cage because you're sitting right here on my.
Yeah. I'm gonna go on the other side, so that's much easier. Yeah.
I don't know if she'll be able to get over there.
Yeah, I can. I'm a flexible person.
Are you a flexible person? All right, so this just helps me kind of smooth out my brush strokes. That water kind of helps things
Mom, help.
thin out. Baby, I told you, you're probably not gonna be able to get over there.
Okay, that's on
She's
there.
determined to be in the middle.
Oh, I see.
Hey, Valerie. I have a Chick-fil-A sweet tea, and I'm sipping on. Girl, cheers. Hold on. I'll give you a second. 1, 2, 3. Cheers. One thing I used to be able to drink sweet tea all the time. All the time. Hey, Deidre. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to put you on blast, baby. No.
I want to spray it.
Hey, what was our rule earlier?
I don't know.
What is the one thing you want to be able to do today?
Oh, do my nails.
You want to do your nails, don't you? And what was the one thing I asked you to give me?
Privacy.
I wanted to be able to paint with my friends.
Yeah, but
Uninterrupted. If you're wondering what we're painting today, we are painting this fun little guy.
I think some of them are yellow because that.
Well, it kind of looks. It's just half finished. It's hard to tell what it is with just one coat of paint on there.
And by the way, this one takes so. This is not gonna take.
Hey,
long.
Gina.
This is seriously not gonna take long.
Well, hello, Marie Mosley. What are you doing, girl? We were just talking about you. Were your ears burning?
Can you show them the options?
The options of what? Oh, she wants you to see what her nails look like. Okay. So I normally do my own nails. Okay. Over the last year or so with mom and dad, with everything that I had going on last year, I didn't have time to paint my nails. And I was living pretty much up at the hospital with my mom and my dad, off and on. So I didn't want to bring nail polish that was going to be fumey. And so I started doing press on nails. And so there's my Easter nails. I got a little bobo from the garden.
Ooh.
It's okay. One of the plants bit me. It had thorns. But there's my Easter nails. Well, she saw me putting my nails on the other day. And so she's like, I want some, but her nail, mine are way too big for her. So I swung by the store today and I picked her up 2 options.
Okay, so these are sprinkles and these are flowers, but now I changed my mind for flowers.
You want to do your flowers ones? Can you tell the one that she busted into already? Look at that. Look at that. So those are her options. And I told her, if you let me paint, nope, you cannot have your hands on them. If you let me paint, I'll do your nails after dinner.
But what if you forget?
I'm not going to forget.
Hey, Mama. Guess what?
I'm so sorry, guys.
Mama.
What?
Show your hand out. That yellow is the same.
It is the same, isn't it? Hey, have you practiced your spelling words yet? Because I spritzed water on this wet paint. It's a little tacky, so I want to make sure this is dry before I go on to the next coat.
Not yet.
Why don't you go practice your spelling words while we paint? It'll make things go by faster.
I did that for 2 days. It ain't no time.
Have you taken your test yet? No, so go practice. Go practice your spelling words 3 times. 3 times each. Go on.
I can't.
Go on.
I can't.
Go on with your bad self.
Hey, I'm not bad.
Bad little girl.
Man.
Bad little girl.
And also, why are you talking like a cowpoke?
Like a cowpoke? Oh, y'all.
Yeah, Dad.
All good things, I hope. Very good. Well, we were talking about how Lori came up with your hashtag of #Let Marie Go. It reminded me of, please stop. Okay, 2 seconds. Hold on. Well, one more. Sorry, guys. Okay, can you hear me? Basically told her if she didn't go and let me focus, because I can be a squirrel all on my own. I don't need any help. She'll probably start crying, and I'm so sorry. But I told her, if you don't go, you're not going to get to do your nails tonight, so you make a choice. And so she's making a choice. She'll be back. I promise. She'll be back. She'll probably be very dramatic. Start crying. She's already crying. And it's okay. It's okay. You know what? They're allowed to do that. And that has bothered me as a mom until just recently. I'm like, you know what? They're allowed to cry. They're allowed to be upset. I'm allowed to be upset. So like she's gonna learn how to be upset in a respectful way. So I told her, it was like last time that she got really upset, she wanted to just sit. It was at her daddy. She wanted to sit and just pout and be ugly to him. And I looked at her. I was like, look, you're allowed to be upset. You really are. He's allowed to be upset. He is upset. And guess what? It's okay. Neither one of you are wrong, but both of you have to respect each other by being upset. You have to be respectfully upset. And so I said, if you want to cry and pout, you can go to your room. If he wants to cry and pout, he can go to his room. And so now whenever she's mad, upset, she immediately goes, she just looks at you and she's just stomping off to her room. And I was like, you know what? There's worse things she could do. I'm actually not mad at that. There is worse things she could do. She could be a thrower. She's not, thank God, because I mean, my people kind of are throwers. So I am kind of glad that she didn't get that genetic gene, but she could be a yeller. She's really not a yeller either. I'm not a yeller. So if she's a stomp off and powder, I'll take it. I'll take that. It could, like I said, it could be way worse. But what was I saying before? I feel like, let's see. Here she goes. Told you she'd be back. All right. So I'm just adding a little bit of white to this yellow. Not to thin it out. I mean, not to thicken it up, not even really to change the color, just to add a little bit of texture to the color itself. The yellow is very flat. We're going to add some extra pizzazz to this. Okay. What I want to do is I want to stencil. So are y'all okay with stenciling? Do you think I should? I think I want to stencil the yellow. I think I want to stencil the yellow, and I think I want to do polka dots on the erasers. If you think different, let me know. I'm not quite there yet. Should I do polka dots on the yellow and stenciling on the erasers? I want to make it a little extra fancy. I want to make it a little different from the mock-up, which if you're wondering what we're painting, this is the mock-up. Nothing has patterns. Okay, so Valerie says stencils. Okay, Valerie. What should we stencil? Because I want to do polka dots and stencils. And I just don't know which one. Okay, so it really wouldn't look bad either way. Which one should we do stencils on? Should we do stencil on the yellow? Or should we do stencil on the pink? Because whatever we do stencil on, I want to decide this now so that I can do polka dots on the other. So which one should we stencil? Should we go ahead and stencil the yellow, or should we go ahead and do polka dots on the yellow? That is the question of the hour. While we wait on that, let's see. She says stencil on the yellow. Anna says stencil on the pink. Stencil on the pencil, polka dots on the eraser. Okay, so that's 2 for the yellow. Do we have a 3? Do we have a stencil on the... Okay, Gina says stencil on the yellow too. So, okay, so that's 3 votes for stencil on the yellow. So that means we need to blow dry. If we were going to stencil on the pink, I was going to go ahead and paint the pink and let the yellow air dry as much as possible. Let's see. Valerie says polka dot on the pink. Okay. I like it. I think that's going to be good. And I think we're going to go with like a kind of this stencil. I think we're going to use that one. 1, because it's out. 2, because it's a bigger print. These are bigger focal pieces, and so I want one that's gonna kind of fit the piece. If this was let's say we were doing an ornament, or we were doing a small, like if we were just stenciling the well, you can't see either one of those. If we were like stenciling the little wooden part of the pencil, then I would use a smaller print stencil just because it would fit the piece. Hey, Susan. Yeah, oh man. Okay, so this stencil, if you're wondering where I get it from Hobby Lobby. If you put pencil down in the comments, I will make sure that I link where I get this. It's at Hobby Lobby, but I'll link this exact one so you can find it on the website. I'll also put the color list as well. Like all the colors that I use, I'll put the actual names. I'll make a color list and I'll reply to your comment if you put the word pencil down in the comments. Like I said, if we talk about anything specific, I'll link where you can get a wooden blank. I'll link where you can get the template for this because this is on my website. And I want to run something by y'all if y'all have a second. Would you mind? I have an idea, okay? I have an idea, and I think I want to start it. I would love to start it tomorrow. And if Graham Wallace can leave me alone for the rest of the night, I think I could get it set up. But I'm pretty sure I can get it set up by tomorrow. I've been toying with the idea of a dollar day, like where certain designs are $1, okay? And it wouldn't be like the whole website because obviously I do that for Black Friday, right? That's like the big day for dollar deals, right? But like throughout the year, every week, I want to do this every week. So obviously new designs roll out on Tuesday and the sale for those are Tuesday and Wednesday, right? You can get those and those are relevant for right now, right? And they're the newest ones. But let's talk about the old designs. Some of them, like if you just started following me in the last year, then you're not aware, like you haven't seen all the ones I've been designing since 2018. So like, I would love to introduce those to you. Or like, say you have been hanging out with me since 2018. Maybe you sped past those, or maybe they, maybe they weren't relevant to you then and you kind of forgot about them. And like, to see them again. So since they are older, I thought I'd pick maybe 5. Okay. And they would be relevant to the season. I see a wet spot right here. So I don't want to start stenciling with knowing it's still wet. So I'm thinking about picking 5. And I need 6 pencils together, like double this door hanger for my office. Really? Pencils? For a CPR office? I'm trying to envision, like I can envision pencils, but I'm trying to figure out why the pencils. Oh, is it because of Start CPR? I need to know why 6, and I need to know pencils specifically, right? Marie, let me know. Okay, so Susan says she loves this idea. Okay, so I'm thinking on Fridays. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking on Fridays. Okay. That's what it was either going to be on Thursdays or Fridays, but on Thursdays I paint. So I don't want to have 2 things going on at the same time that, you may see one, but you don't see the other. Okay. So I'm thinking Fridays. So I think every Friday I'm going to do a dollar deal. It's going to be 5 designs that are relevant to the season, but they're going to be throwbacks, right? I'm going to pull 5 designs from the past, blasts from the past, that you may not have seen. Like either you're new to me and you haven't seen them, or like they just weren't on your radar when they originally, and like they're buried on the website. A lot of times you will not see. I'm sorry, I keep feeling it and it's cold. I don't know why it's cold because it's not really thick paint. But yeah, like they're buried on the website. The most recent ones are what are on top. And so for you to get to the older ones, it's a hassle unless you know what to search for. And so I just figured, I was like, why not make it easy and why not make it fun? So why don't we need a name for it. I was thinking, what was it? Flashback Friday. Our Flashback Friday deals is what I was kind of toying with. But if y'all have a better name, I love alliteration. So anything with like F's, since it's on Friday, or like dollar deals, like all D's. But they will all be for $1. Okay, but it's only gonna be 5 designs. Maybe like every so often if there's like some that are like I call them duets. Like sometimes I have a boy gnome and a girl gnome that are the same theme that were released at the same time. So there may be 6 that week. But like usually there's 5 designs. Usually 5 designs. Hey Tammy. So if y'all have a good name for that, okay? I'm gonna work on that tonight. Tomorrow will be our first one. Let's just go ahead. Friday design reveal. Revival. Revival. I saw reveal. I don't have my glasses on. I like that. I like a good revival. I am a Baptist, so that sorry, church joke. Hey Leanne. Fabulous Fives. Ooh. I like that. I like that. Like, and okay, so here's where I was going, like flashback Friday flashback, or flashback Friday, only because these are older designs. These will not be new releases. These will be older designs. Maybe you didn't snag them when they originally released, or maybe you haven't been hanging with me since they released. Maybe you're new and you don't know that they exist. I think we should be good to stencil now. So yeah, I think I'm going to make it easy. I think I'm going to have it to where it'll be easy to find them on the website too. Like you won't have to search for them. Okay, let's stencil. Okay. Let's see. There it is. I'm like, where's my makeup sponge? So I like to use makeup sponges. They feel like memory foam. So that's the key. They need to feel like memory foam. They don't need to feel spongy. They don't need to feel like you can't look at it and see little holes. Like the ones from the Dollar Tree are trash. Please don't use them. They will break your heart every time. They will steal your money and break your heart. I'm telling you. They're like a mugger in the back alley. They will steal your money and break your heart. Forgot I had coffee down here. I've been drinking on this sweet tea and I really wanted to drink my coffee. So what I like to use is mine are from Ulta. Oh, this one. Okay, so I get this from Hobby Lobby. Leanne, if you put the word pencil down in the comments, I'm going to link this exact stencil so you don't have to search for it. I get this one from Hobby Lobby. It's from the Show Off brand. And it's just a really good brand. I like them. All right, I don't know if this is going to be enough contrast. I don't want it to be super showy. That's the one thing I don't want. I don't want it to be super showy. I want it to be barely there, but with this being yellow, I want it to be there, okay? I'm going to zoom in so you can kind of see what I'm doing. And I'm going to make sure there we go. So it's going to be hard to see it until I pick it up. But I'm going to do each pencil individually. So we might just be going in with straight white. I might change. I'm going to do this first little section of the pencil. And I'm slamming down on this. I shouldn't. I don't need to be slamming down. I need pressure. You want to keep a light touch. You want to keep a light touch. Pretend this is your cheek. Like if you're putting makeup on, you would not want to be jabbing this into your face. So like pretend this is your cheek and you want to be super kind to your face. Let me lift this up and see. We can kind of see it. I feel like we could do better. I think we need to go white. I think we need to go white. And get some white paint up here. I mixed it with a little bit of yellow. I'm going to go right over that and do just white. And the fact that we did super thin coat on that first coat, it's already dry. So that's how light of a coat that I'm laying down. Now I'm just using my paint palette as my loading station, and it's only because it's styrofoam. It's not soaking up the paint. It's also I have plenty of space over here to like dip it, tap it off. I'm not necessarily dipping back into the puddle of paint. What I'm doing is I'm going where I'm tapping most of it off, and I'm picking up that what I call the cast it off, the tap off. I don't know what you would want to call it, but I'm just picking up that paint over there, so I know that I'm not picking up a super heavy coat. So every once in a while, I do have to dip in that puddle of paint, but when I do, I tap a little longer on my loading zone. Oh, I think this white is going to be a better fit than our mixed color that we had going on here. I don't think we were going to be able to ghost out that yellow enough without just going straight white. Hey, Nancy, did you hear what we were just announced? Were you here before, like a couple minutes ago? We just announced Fridays are going to be extra fun on the website. We're adding dollar deals on Fridays, and we haven't decided a name. So, okay, Nancy, if you have a good name, this is where we're hung up. It's going to happen whether it has a name or not tomorrow. If you have a good name for this party that we're throwing tomorrow on the website, it's going to be every Friday. Every Friday, we're going to pick 5 throwback designs. So older designs on the website. To revive. Someone said revival earlier, and I loved it. To revive. Okay. Oh, y'all, look how beautiful that is. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Hear me out. Hold that, Nancy. Fab Friday. Ooh. Ooh. Someone said Fabulous Friday 5. I think they said Fabulous Friday, Fabulous 5. I love alliteration. Okay. Okay. Pause on that conversation. Yeah, alliteration. I love alliteration. It gets me every time. It has my heart. Okay, hear me out. Should we do stencil? Polka dot stencil? I know we said do stencil on the pencils, on all the pencils. Should we like break it, like mix it up? Because look, okay. Now that we have a stencil on here, should we do polka dot stencil? And then on the one that we do polka dot, do the stencil in the eraser. I'm getting, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself. Y'all tell me. I named my kids what I did because of alliteration. Oh my God. See, I wasn't that cool when I was naming one, I didn't get to name Raylan. Graham named Raylan. I'm going to finish this pencil. Okay, so Anna agrees with me. I love this stencil. I know I do. I love this one as much as I love my cheetah print stencil. Okay, so Anna agrees with me, so I think I am going to do it. I just needed someone to confirm my possible, like, extra. I'm being extra. Yeah, I really did upset her. She has not come back out. Rebecca Rayanne. Aww. So, yeah, no. See, I wasn't that cool. Now I have to go apologize to my kids because my kids got family names. Because those are cool names. Those are super cool names. I feel like alliteration makes things flow so beautifully. Like, I think it makes it easy. One, it's a memorizing mechanism for anything. It makes you super memorable. Okay, so I'm going to find the line. And it's just easy. Like, and it's beautiful. I feel like anything that has alliteration is really pretty. Like, you could literally put the most stinkiest words together, and if they either rhyme or oh, I gotta fix this one little spot. There we go. Okay, here's what I'm saying. So this pencil, stencil, polka dot. This pencil, polka dot, stencil. And the outside, the two outside matching. So these two be stencil, polka dot, stencil. Anna said yes. Fantastic Friday. Okay, there's some more. Okay, Fantastic Friday. Fantastic Friday. I'm like, in my head, I'm like trying to see all the things. Oh, where my, oh, there it is. I dropped my makeup sponge. Yeah, okay. Marie gave me, okay, she said yes to my crazy idea too. So let's go to pencil number 2. That's going to be this other outside pencil. Leanne, okay, that's triple. That's no, okay. Y'all, we're doing it. We're going in. We're going in. It's happening. All right. Good thing stenciling goes fast. I'm totally stenciling way out of the perimeter. That's okay, because it's getting painted over. Okay, so Friday. Okay, so our Friday dollar deals. So it's going to be a Friday dollar deal, basically. So, okay, Nancy. Back to Nancy. Because she popped in right after we stopped talking about on Fridays. Just like Tuesday. So Tuesdays are reserved for new designs. Every week we're going to release new designs, right? Well, just like we have in the past. Our template to Wednesdays. Again, alliteration. Our template to Wednesdays. I originally thought template Tuesday, but you know, that's boring. That's basic. Plus, I like to give a little extra day to plan out what you need and, you know, to forget that it's going on and to remember that it's going on and then be able to actually lock in the ones that you want. Now, Friday will just be Friday though. Friday will just be Friday. Every Friday. And don't worry, I'll announce it. I'll put it in my stories too. Y'all will not be able to forget it. You will not be able to forget it. All right, let me make sure before I pick this up. So if you see me, well, you can't because my big old head's in the way. I have my hand pressing down on my stencil. I'm going to lift it to make sure I have all the things I need covered. And I do, so I can lift it up. And now I'm going to go down here. Okay. And I'm just going to stencil down here. So let me set you up right there. I thought Flash Day Friday. Ooh, Flash Day Friday. Marie Mosley, why did you go through all the trouble of switching over? Don't be a goofball. That wasn't bugging me. But, oh, but it sounds naughty. I just read the rest of your comment. She goes, I thought Flash Day Friday, but that sounds naughty. Girl. Yeah, no, I need it to be something that Jesus could be proud of. So if we could keep it PG. I had a message. Okay. I'll accept it. I will accept it. All right. I need a polka dots. I have one. I just need to get it out. It's in my big old caddy. I have a big old stencil caddy that holds my big ones, like my 24-inch ones or my 20-inch ones. I can't remember how long they actually are, but my like really big ones. And I don't get those out too often because it's a hassle to get to it. I'm not very organized over here. I tried. I really did clean my workspace over here today. You should be very proud of me because it's been on my list to do since Valentine's Day. I've just been picking up little things here and there, like putting the paint away and calling that straightening up my workspace. But let's be real, that's not enough to actually straighten up over here. So I did a really good deep clean. There's a whole trash bag of stuff that left. Stuff that I know I'm not going to use, stuff that's just taking up space, stuff that I bought it. I used it maybe once and, you know, it wasn't my jam, but because I spent money on it, I kept it, and now it's just living rent-free over here, and it, you know, I ain't about that life, so I threw it away. And most stuff, if I opened it, I threw it away. Only because I've probably had it for a good long while. And the viscosity to be fancy, the flow of it, or it was not original. It was not the original flow. It was probably very compromised, very aired out. So I was like, let's not make that somebody else's problem. Just throw it away. But if it was closed, I put it in a donation pile, and I'm going to take it to my art department at school. I figured she could use it, or the kids will. Flashback Friday could be fun. That's okay. So Flashback Friday, dollar deals is what I originally. It's just what I had written down in my notebook, and I've had this written down for over a year now. It's something that I've been toying around with, but I've just been so busy I haven't been able to actually do the behind the scenes things to make it happen. And I just told myself, no more excuses, just get it done. And so I was like, it's something that'll be fun. It'll be fun. I like to put on a good deal because I know how expensive crafting can get if you let it. And I'm a girly on the budget. So I like to help all my friends that are on a budget. All right, we've got a good, I think it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to be pretty. All right, let me get a polka dot sponge that's not a 1/2 inch wide. Let's get a good size. Let's get a good size. I think that's my biggest one that I have in this bag. Yeah, this will be fine. This will be fine. Okay. And we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to do white. I might add a little bit of yellow to it just to make it, I call them my bubble dots. My bubble polka dots. I like to add the base coat color. Okay, so what I do when I'm using a polka dot dauber, I load look at all that paint, okay? Then I go over to my works, my palette, and I just kind of tap the majority of it off. Okay, don't freak out over my palette. I like to reuse the same palette over and over and over again. Gosh, I'm too far away from it. I have one. I like to cut them in half at the end of the year just to see. All right, so I'm going to do this. And I'm going to take the back of this. You just need a straight edge because these are straight lines. And I'm just going to do polka dots. And I'm going to pick up and do this line over here. I'm basically using this like masking tape. I'm going to pick up. There's our polka dots. Now let's do it on the top. I think this was the right move. Thank you for anybody who just agreed with me and went along with my crazy idea. Let's see. I had to run out to put the dog back on the leash. Neighborhood watch called and told on his. Oh no! What did he do? Okay, so he got off the leash. Oh, you had to go put him back on the leash. Oh no, what's his name? That sounds like something Romo Dog would do. Now, if you notice, I'm not really being too persnickety about where my polka dots are going. Because everything else is about to get painted. Everything else is about to get painted. So this part is the most furthest back in our design. So I basically just use this piece of paper as painter's tape. You do not have to have fancy things. Gizmo, all Gizmo. Don't get your mama in trouble. Be a good boy. That does sound like something Romo Dog would do. He would do it just to spite me. All right, I am finished with this one. I will get a different one out because we're going to be doing pink. All right, but our pink is last. So we don't necessarily need to do the pink yet. Let's go ahead and paint the wooden part of our pencil. All right, so we're going to paint this wooden part. I know that I have you going all over the place, but this is a pretty big and spread out design. All right, so I'm just going to pick a kind of a fleshy tone color. I just filed my taxes today, and I agree crafting is expensive. I am very thankful that all my crafting supplies count as a tax write-off, but sometimes I feel like they're not enough. I like to try things that don't make me money. There's a lot of things at the craft store that just look like fun, and I'm like, ooh, we could use that. And then I, try it out, and I'm like, it's fun, but not necessarily for what I do. So I am going to ghost it out. That just means I'm adding white to it. So I have a nice little fleshy tone color, but I'm putting some white in it to kind of tone down that color and make it more of a pencil color. I'm using an angle brush to get in these curves and make them nice and neat. Although this brush has some reach. It likes to spread out. Okay, it's gonna, all these wooden parts are gonna require 2 coats. Okay, so we're gonna paint that one. I'll move my sweet tea out of the way because I feel like I'm gonna knock it over. That's what was limiting me. I couldn't move my design around too much, and it was bugging me. I was like, why do I feel so restricted? All right. Okay, again, just adding white to our fleshy tone color and making our pencil wood color. Half lab, half dachshund. Cutest shorty ever. Oh, little Gizmo. He's going to be a little jailbird if he don't watch out. He's going, uh-oh, what happened? That's what we call our puppies. When we were younger, we had a bunch of dogs. And they never got picked up. And they never, like, we didn't have an HOA or anything that really called the pound or anything like that. But if they got in trouble at home, like if they ate something they weren't supposed to eat, we call them our little jailbirds because they would be put in little puppy timeout. Our little jailbirds. I'm not really loving this particular angle brush. I love these brushes, but that one, for this particular job, I want a different angle brush. Yeah, I want a shorter bristled. Now it's wider bristled, but they're shorter, so they're not going to fan out as much. So let me wet my bristles. I'll wet my bristles. Add my base coat color here and just kind of smooth things out. Oh yeah, I feel like I have more control. Okay. All right, let's paint this third one. Like I said, we're going to be dissecting this design, and everything we do, basically going to be doing it times 3 because this is a repeating design. So everything we do gets repeated to the other 2. And if you take your time on your base coats, on your very first coat of each color, you won't have to hold your breath and worry about the next coats because you'll be able to just slap those on easy because you took your time and really focused on that first one. Ooh, that really does look like a Ticonderoga. I can never say that brand of pencil. It's starting to look like one. Okay, let's dry those and do a second coat. Thanks for art bit. Yes. I truly, because I have one. My whole obsession with painting is a business because Graham. And let me tell you why Mr. Wallace was like, maybe you should make this a business. And I think it's because he saw how much I was spending on it. he was like, you need to have a little bit of return on your investment over here. And whenever, I mean, I was going through a lot. I had postpartum. I was stressed out at work. And he kept saying, those are good enough to sell. I was just doing it to kind of clear my head. When I paint, my head is clear. And I remember getting messages on Facebook one day saying, hey, your husband's over here selling. It was a 6-foot Grinch that I had painted for my own house. For my son, he wanted one, and so I painted him one again. If I can use it to clear my head and make my son happy, that's a 2-for-1 special right there. But he's over here selling them. And I'm like, Graham, do you know how long it took me to paint that? He's like, yeah, but I'm selling them. And then I looked at how much he was selling them for. I was like, no wonder. He was selling them for like $50. And I was like, dude, there's no way. So he had like a handful of them sold at $50. Like, if you're going to do this to me, you better at least lift that price up a little bit and make it worth my time. I was like, $50 for a 6-foot decoration? Sir, no, sir. So he changed the error of his ways and he put it at $100. And I can't remember how many I sold that year. It was the only year that I sold them. Because when you know better, you do better. And you're not supposed to sell that kind of stuff. Because it's licensed. And so I didn't sell those anymore. But it did give me I guess I could do this. And it's been that way ever since. And honestly, had I not had this, I don't think I would have ever dug myself out of postpartum depression. I think I would. It was really getting bad. It was ruining my family relationships. It was like I had no friends because I wouldn't leave the house. I mean, I did have a job, but I mean, like, I went to work. I got along with people at my work. I even made a friend at work. And I love her. But honestly, like, I was faking it till I made it most days. I mean, it was tough. I need to do a third coat on this one. I can see yellow through that color. The rest of them are fine, but this one I overpainted a little too much, and I really do need to make sure I cover that. Right, Susan? Like, how dare he? How dare he? Now, but it did, I will say, and she said, your husband's selling your Grinch, right? No, I know, right? But it did, like, he wanted to show me, one, well, he really just wanted to make money back on the money we were spending at Hobby Lobby. But he also wanted to show me, hey, look, like, basically, like, I was worth something, right? I love these pencils. These are like, I have a couple of other designs that are similar to this. That now that I've seen this in real life, like, they're really starting to pop. I'm really starting to see them come to life. I have a couple of other designs, not necessarily back to school or teacher appreciation themed, but I do like the trio. I do like it. Okay. Perfection. Okay. So that is perfectly covered. Those are covered. We're good. Okay. I'm going to clean my brush. Let's do the green part. Let me get you away from my face. I feel like I'm yelling in your ear. Let me give you a good bird's eye view of everything that's going on. This is just I'm going to have to turn it sideways so you can see everything so far. So I think it's wider than it is taller. It's a couple of inches wider than it is taller, and I can't remember which way it goes. I was thinking this is a 6 pencil long design to paint as a rainbow. Oh, Maria. That would be fun, especially like if you did, put your signature black in there. She puts black on everything rainbow. I got you, boo. I got you, boo. I think we could make that happen. Let's paint our green, and I need help. This is where it's going to get, okay, so I have this green, and then I have a bright green. And I know this is going to be really hard to do. I like this is dark. All right. Which green should we do? This has like a dusty olivey tone to it. This is a leafier green, okay? This is brighter Crayola color almost. But this right here, I feel like might go. But remember, this is for our first grade teacher, so these grandchildren want them, but Mimi ends up taking care of them. But the puppies, but Gizmo is my spoiled grandpa. He turned a year old. Oh, he's a Thanksgiving baby. Black for sure. Yes, no, Marie, I would not. I would be the first to say, ma'am, where's the black? If I saw it and it didn't have black on it. Ah, man. Marie's already, she's like, well, you do know my birthday's coming up. You're starting to sound like me. Let's see. Okay, so should we do one or should we do two? The olive. Okay, so Susan says the olive green. Susan, how appropriate is your last name? Like, Easter is just right around the corner. I just read your last name. I was like, oh, man. That's amazing. Okay, so one or two? All right, we got 2 votes for 2, 1 vote for 1. 2. Okay, so 2 is winning. Okay, that's 3 votes for 2. Okay, 2 is the majority. I pulled the Crayola like one just because it is for an elementary school. But I feel like this olivey green, it has just a little bit of an olive. It's more so it was because it was dusty. I really like the dusty look to it. Because this yellow is pastel, this pencil color is kind of muted down. I didn't want it to be so bright that it overpowered. So we're just going to take an angle or a flat brush. And we're just going to swipe some of this green on there. Okay. It's probably going to take 2 coats just like everything else. Why did I grab for this brush again, knowing that it was not my jam? Where's that bigger? Let's use the same one that we used for the pencil. That's not the one. Here it is. I gotta get all that paint out. Can always darken it up. Yeah, you're very true. Very true. We can always darken it up if we don't like it. It's just paint, right? Fully dry and reapply. Now I will say I'm going to fussy paint just a little bit. I want to get this a little closer to me. I'm going to fussy paint just a little bit because I don't want to have to try and cover up this green with the pink that we're going to do for the eraser. Hold on as I hold my breath to get these straight lines. I could totally use painter's tape, but this is kind of curved. I mean, it's ever so slightly curved. There's coat number 1. I love this tripod. It really does make it easy for me to be able to get at the angles that I need to get and move the light out of the way. Because sometimes this light is just so bright. I can't see. You can see, but I can't see. So I do like this thing. I've had it for a while now, maybe 2 years. I love it. All right, so that's coat number 1. Definitely going to need a second coat. I think we went with the right choice. It looks like those high dollar pencils that the schools want that are pre-sharpened and got the green little wrap around the. I think it's perfect. Roma, baby, you're going to have to wait, big boy. You're going to have to wait. Oh, I know why you want out, because it's about to start raining and you love to get wet and try to jump on my couch. It's one of his favorite pastimes. I hear somebody yelling outside. Maybe that's what he hears. At first, I thought it was one of the kids' TVs. How do you have your camera tripod set up? I have not done a live yet. I do not want such a close up of myself until I get the. Oh, I promise you, once you start, that part goes away so fast. But I will say, if that's the thing that holds you back, don't let it. Like, just don't put it on you. The one thing I would recommend is listen to yourself on recording for a while, because that's hard for me to hear, because you're gonna go back and listen to the playback. So get used to hearing your voice. I have it set up, my phone. Okay, well, you can kind of see it here. Hold on. Let me get this third band painted, and then I'll show you while it's drying. Instead of blow drying it, I'll let it air dry, and we'll do a little tour of my tripod. It's not really a tripod, it's a mount. I've had multiple in the past. And this one right here is the holy grail of them. It is an investment, but in my opinion, it's the best one. Like, it's the absolute best one on the market for what I do, for what I need it for. This is the third band right here. And then I'll show you my mount. I'll move me to full screen, and then I'll show you. Oh no. Baby wipe alert. I can never get just one baby wipe out. I grab 3 every single time. I just got a text message right before I smudged I think it's what caused me to smudge my finger. Me being distracted I got a text message from a place that I went to last weekend. It's a ceramic painting place here in town. Roma, baby, can you please just hold your horses? Ray, can you let Romo out? Oh, well, can you let Romo out? I'm sorry, big boy.
I'm like 3 times your size. How do you get us in this?
I just heard footsteps, and she, I haven't seen her in a little bit. Can you go peek in on her? I think she's playing her damsel in distress. I think she's in her room. She may have put her, sometimes she gets in this mood, she will fall asleep because she'll sit and she'll wait patiently for someone to come to her aid. It's going, oh, baby, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. And she will have waited herself into a nap. So if y'all are just hopping on earlier at the beginning of the live, I upset her by telling her, let me paint in peace. She asleep?
No, she's watching.
Oh, okay. So she's patiently watching a movie. She is keeping. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna switch gears real quick while this dries. Let me show you what I got. Okay. So this is the most important part of my phone setup. Okay. And I know it's really dark. I'm so sorry. Let me try and. I feel like that's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. We'll make it work. No, it's kind of weird. I don't like it. All right. So this right here, my phone sits here. Okay. Don't want to make anybody dizzy. I don't think I'll be able to tilt it over without it being like a whole thing to reset it up. But what it does is I put my one phone here. I have 2 phones. Okay. One that is my everyday phone. And that's what right here. We're right here. Okay. That's my everyday phone. this is my work phone. Because I do run a business, I do have a work phone. Okay. You don't have to have a work phone. I just prefer to have one separate that I give to like all the people that are just work related in general. So I use that. Okay. You do not need to fully cellular functioning. You can take an old phone that doesn't even have cell service anymore. As long as it has Wi-Fi and you can stream to the internet, you can use that as well. Okay. So I have one phone here, one phone here. Okay. I use a program, which you don't have to do. You do not have to have the two phones. You could just have the one phone and just do the bird's eye view, right? So I have my mount. This is the one that I call a holy grail. I love this one. It's called a canvas mount. Okay. And I will if you put the word pencil down in the comments, I'll make sure that's put in the link. Buffet is where I get this. Now, like I said, it is an investment. All the mounts that I've ever had have been investments. This one's the only one that's been truly worth the money. Okay. It has a weighted base that can withstand the weight of my phone. Okay. I've had other mounts in the past that would tip over. I have actually face planted my phone into my face, like slammed dead into my face, because the base of that old one could not handle the current iPhones. Okay. So I always had to weight it down with literally like a little dumbbell. Like I had a little dumbbell weight that I had counteracting the weight. I don't have to do that with this one. Okay. So Marie has one too. Marie has one. My friend Roxana has one. I have converted all of my friends. Okay. I'm telling you, son's glad you shared it. Your son loves it too. So like the one that films down here goes here, and there's a ring light. So if you can kind of see the ring light, and it has different temperatures. Like you can change the temperature of the light. You can change how bright and how dull the light is. Yes, mine tips over because my phone is so heavy. So I have the marble base. I will say I have the marble base, and hold on. Sorry, if I started, I can't stop. I have the marble base, but for the other mount that I have, this is what I was using to counter this is just a 3-pound weight from Target. Maybe it wasn't from, I think it was from Target. It's like a $5 weight. But yeah, I use a 3-pound weight it's just enough to counter that weight. Let's see. And it has the goose, like, okay, so the other mount that I was using was a ball and joint mechanism, and you had like just a couple of configurations that you could do, but like it really couldn't get this close. Like you really could not get this close. It really couldn't do it. Like it would tip over immediately. This one, it configures in a way that I have the Pro Pluses because I don't like to wear my glasses when I'm supposed to. So I like the bigger screen. I have the iPhone Pro Pluses, which are the heaviest ones that they have. And mine hold. But, and maybe I do have some rocks. I do have rocks. But, I mean, I have this from when my mom was in New Orleans. Like, I found that, and it's the shape of a heart. And she was there for her heart procedure. So, like, I do have a couple of rocks that are that size, and maybe that might be the reason why I don't need a weight. Maybe those are the way, but I've never had a problem with it like literally slamming me in the face, because the other one, I have the Archon, and it was good. It was limited. It was super limited. I do like it. And I still use it. I like, that's what you're propped up over here with, but I don't use it for like a bird's eye view anymore. Like I just use it as a second stand if I need one. And it also holds my tablet if I want to watch TV while I'm painting over here. It has but I like my canvas. So if you want more information on where I don't get any money from anything that I share with y'all in the link buffet. The only thing that I benefit from is it like anything that leads to my website. So like if it leads you to my website, I mean, honestly, obviously that's gonna that's supporting my family. But if I link, I can't, my mount, they don't know I exist. They have one order from me a couple years ago, and that's about the only thing they know about Wallace House Designs. But I do like the fact that I can kind of move it around, and it's pretty seamless. All right, so there's my second coat. I think I am gonna like messy paint a little bit in here. I think I am gonna add like just a little bit of white in that wet coat. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, second coat of this one. Once I get this, oh, well, that was not completely wet. I mean, that was not completely dry. When I say completely dry and reapply, this is why I tell you that was not dry. And look, I drug that original base coat over, and now I'm going to have to let that dry and do touch up. So I'm not going to do my swipe, and this is not dry here either. So let me dry this. I really thought as long as I talked, please pass along all the info. Yeah, I don't like to gatekeep. Like, if I have a good thing that's really treated me well, I'm gonna let you know. I typically try to share it with my paint studio if I can, but I really don't like to be that person that'll be like, I'm sorry, you can't tell me. I can't tell you because it's about nothing's a secret over here. I'm an open book. All right, so we're gonna blow dry this one too. I bought the one with the base, and it came with the clamp. Wait, which clamp? Which clamp? Wait. Oh no, mine is not a clamp on the desk. No, mine is like, it's a weighted base. Like, it's a circle. It's a circle, and it's about this thick. They make wooden ones that are about 5 pounds, and then they have the marble one that I think is like 7 pounds. And I went with the marble just because I have had I have been hit in the face with my phone one too many times for me to say, no, let me just invest in the more expensive one so I don't break my nose. Because I'm pretty sure I was on the way to a broken nose or a broken ocular eye socket of some sort, you know. I've been burned one too many times by this Archon. That's me. Oh, Tammy's like, that's me. Speaking of the studio, I need back in. Marie Mosley. Marie Mosley. You left me. You left me high and dry. No, I'm playing. We'll get you back in. We'll get you back in. I'll link that down here too. I'll put that. I need to put Tribe in there too, because I've had a lot of people ask me about Tribe. My template tribe, which is what one of these designs were. They were part of my template tribe designs last month. Okay. Add a little white. I have a dirty brush, which means I just have my base coat color on there, and I'm adding just a teeny bit of white. I'm just going to streak that in and just kind of feather it out. I'm not blending it to the point that it's a whole new color. I'm just giving it a little bit of a streaky look. So let me get you closer and show you. Oh, there goes Romo. So you see that? See how you see a little bit of the white feathered in there. There's no like actual streaks of white. Put y'all there. Hey, Roxana, we were just talking about you. Hold on, let me let Romo in. Ooh, that cold front is moving in, y'all. We have a bunch of rain coming our way. And I cannot wait. I love it when the air is kind of frosty in the mornings. I love that. I'm telling you, this was like, I need to go pull out one of those fancy pencils The ones that I can't pronounce. The Ticonderoga. I don't know how to pronounce it. Them high dollar pencils. And this is what I love most about the mount, is that you can move it as much as you want, and you don't have to really work hard to get it in its position. With that Archon, once you got it in place, you did not want to move it. And that's because of the ball and joints. Okay, so we got a good little base coat on there. Let's tap-tap-a-roo and some white. Just going to streak it in there, and I'm just going to feather it out with just a light sweeping motion. I'm just kind of working that in from both sides. Okay. I think we're done with green. I think we're done. Now, let's do pink. Let's do pink. We're going to blow dry first. So let's zoom out. Let's blow dry. Everything needs to be bone dry so that we don't smear our hand through it. Let's see. Is that Irish moss? No, it's Hauser medium. I told you Roxana had one. That's why we were talking about you. I was like, Roxana has one too. And from what I understand, Roxana really likes it. The mount. And Roxana's had an Archon too. I want to say, I think Marie had an Archon as well. Yeah, I think so. No, it's not Irish moss. Irish moss, honestly, I like it. It's not one of my go-tos. I don't know why I don't pull from it. I have it right here. But it's just not my favorite. I feel like it's just it's a little watered down. I always pull for a Hauser because the Hausers have a little better coverage. Not the best, but they do have a little better coverage. So we've done some stenciling. We've done some polka dots. We did some messy painting. We're about to go back to stenciling and polka dots on our erasers because remember, this one's going to get a stenciled eraser. This one's going to get a polka dot eraser. We're going to flip-flop the patterns. I did, and I would, and it would free fall like a breakdance. It would free fall. Now, I will say with the Archon that I have, like right here, if I put like the actual phone mount, you're on the tablet mount right here. The phone mount was like I could never get them tight enough, and it would just slowly creep down as I was filming, and I'm like, I don't have time to babysit that thing. That's why I invested in this. It would slam me in the face all the time, and then if it didn't slam me in the face, it would just start going. So I was like, I'm done. Gotta find a new one. I got some on sale in Hobby Lobby, so I've been using. Okay, so are you talking about Irish moss? I have it. Like I said, okay, so I have two bins of paint. One that houses my go-to colors. The other one houses paint colors I picked up over the years. They're all deco art. Paint colors I picked up over the years, but they're really not the ones I gravitate towards. But I like right now I'm painting with one of them. I'm painting with one of them. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I pulled one earlier thinking that was going to be the green that I was going to use. I thought it was going to be light avocado. I was like, no, that's too pastel. That's too pastel. All right, so I know usually you would go for like a baby pink for these erasers. I'm not a baby pink person for a pencil. I like my erasers to have a little bit of a berry color to them. So I'm going to go for more of a berry pink and not a baby pink. I am going to ghost it out just a little bit so that I can use the straight from the bottle color to to shade with, because we are going to do some shading on this thing. Oh, uh-oh. Accidentally mixed a little green in there. That's okay. That's okay. I made it work. All right. So let's zoom in on this one. Marie says, Irish moss is one of my favorite, especially for green. See, okay, I guess I'm just going to have to bust it out. If I have that many people like swearing by it. Back in the day when I used solely apple barrel colors, which I prefer DecoArts just because of the consistency, like across the board. Like, yeah, you do have some sheer ones, but they're usually the colors that no matter what you're painting with, they're going to be sheer. But usually DecoArt has a pretty consistent consistency. All right, so this was a pretty good one coater. I'm still going to do 2 coats for good coverage. And I might even messy paint that. Look at that. Look how beautiful. That is a perfect eraser pink. That was, if you put the word pencil down in the comments, I will put all the paint colors that I've used today, the names of them, I will put them in. This is my berry color with some white. This is a berry pink with white. Oh, someone's trying to beat the rain in. I hear someone mowing their lawn. It's going to rain for practically 2 days here. Practically 2 days. Like, it's going to start. It's supposed to start around, what time is it? I don't know what time it is. I usually set a clock up so I can see what time. So I can kind of keep to a schedule. Because, I still got to feed kids, right? Dinner's prepared. I gotta warm it up. I was really good about getting ahead of the schedule that way. But I usually set a clock up just so I can see and keep up with it and just know what part of the day I'm in. Because when I get to painting, sometimes I just get lost. It's like being what's the place like a casino, well, not every place has a casino, but I live in Louisiana and those are pretty prevalent here. Here in Louisiana at casinos, like, there are no windows, so you kind of lose track of time. What else is in a place with no windows? And well, basically places. I don't know how to. But if I get to painting and I don't have like a clock set up to where I can see it, I lose all track of time. I will just keep going and going and going. And then I'll look up and I'm like, oh my goodness, I've been here for 2 hours and it feels like I've only been here 20 minutes. Oh no, I got paint. I got pink paint on that. It's okay. We can fix it. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to get this a little closer to me. I can get a cleaner line there. Like I said, take your time with that base coat and the next coats won't be half as hard. All right. There's our first coat. I am going to get a baby wipe and clean this little bit up because I did get a little pink where it's not supposed to be. And I'm going to try and not scrub because if I scrub too hard, I'll get down to bare wood. And that's a color that I mixed. And it's going to be really hard to match that. There we go. And I was able to do it without rubbing all of that pencil color away. All right, let's blow dry. Do a second coat. Should we messy paint like we did with this? Or should we let that be, should we let it be just base coated? Movie theater, yes. Like if you go to a long movie at the movie theater, you lose track of time. I've gone to the movie theater when it was like, as I was walking in, it was raining, so it's real overcast. And by the time I got out, hours later, rain has passed. It's nice and bright outside, and you're almost blinded because of how bright it is, right?
You done already?
I'm getting close.
Just have one more touch.
We will get your reindeer tomorrow. Marie and I have decided that we are in the same jet stream. So like whatever I get, it sends it to her within the next 12 hours. What, baby?
Just have one more touch.
I still have to do the center
And
some shading and words. The
Uh-uh.
center, shading, and words. And the shading scheme. I might do shading off camera.
You,
Oh, and yeah, the lead. But the shading and the lead are the same color, so I'll do those at the same time. Okay.
whoa.
Let's see. Keep the erasers as is. No messy pen. Okay, I agree. I think so. I agree with you. I think it'll be too much visually stimulate. I agree with you.
Maybe that you
Alright.
could touch this with your black.
My elbows. My elbow needs some elbow room.
Here's an elbow room right here. And maybe since this is your
Now, I will say I am mixing two together, but I'll make sure they become one whole shade. You gonna listen to me on the headphones?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, there's our second coat. Remember, we're gonna stencil and polka dot.
I can also get myself. How is this so cool? Do I have to let Ron out?
No, he's fine. He just came in.
Okay.
Ray, does that belong to you? Isn't that what you got in trouble for earlier? Messing with things that don't belong to you?
This is not mine, though.
That point of not belonging to you?
This also looks like a book.
Nancy, so Nancy, where are you? Are you in Texas? It's hard for me to keep up where everybody's at. When I feel like I get it, I start associating people with like geographically where they're at, and then I get it wrong every single time. I'm like, oh, so you're over there by so and so, and they're like, no, so and so lives in South Carolina, and I'm like, nah, that's a lie. And then I look it up, and sure enough, so and so lives in South Carolina. I was like, I don't know why I thought she lived there. I thought y'all lived, I'd always North Carolina.
I'm taking it through.
Are you knocking things over? You please be fair. You knocked my little chickadee over.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. You didn't mean to.
And also this chair sometimes.
Okay. Let's blow dry. That was our second coat.
Look at this down.
Blow dry. And then we'll do our stencil and polka dots.
Mom,
Yes, ma'am.
I have a great idea.
What's your great idea?
What if you also add polka dots right here? Like this.
That would be too many patterns. You gotta be strategic about your patterns.
I picked the wrong one. Mom.
Yes, ma'am. Same size polka dot. Same size. I just have a different Georgia. Oh, you're in Waco? I don't think I've ever been to Waco, and there's so many things I want to do over there. Excuse me. Yes, ma'am.
What size your blow dries? So I went in this one.
The white one is for heavy duty stuff, like thick things that need to be dried.
Sticks.
Absolutely, that right there. Things that need to be dried longer than that. I don't want to have that on for a long time. All right, so I'm going to use Ramo is driving me absolutely bonkers. He's over there doing his I want to go outside dance, but he doesn't really want to go potty. Okay, so here is I loaded it with straight from the bottle eraser color. Now remember, we ghosted this out. This has white in it. So I have straight from the bottle eraser color, and I'm going to add a little bit of white, and I'm just going to put it, kind of twist it on my palette. I'm going to twist it on my palette.
And that's your mama?
Yes, ma'am.
today you're wrong about lunch for school.
Oh, was it? Oh, tomorrow. No, I said tomorrow it might be pizza day. Friday.
But today I was at this snack store.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I needed my money.
Oh, well, baby, I didn't think about it. I'm so sorry. I'm sure you survived without snack store money.
Actually, I didn't.
You didn't survive. I'm
Yeah,
talking to
but-
a Raylan ghost now.
Yes. And also, Mama,
Yes, ma'am.
also we had to have a substitute.
Yeah, you told me about that
Oh,
substitute.
yeah, I forgot.
Okay. Let's see. Can you go to the stove and tell me what time the stove tells you it is?
Yeah, but how do I get out?
Behind me.
It's tied.
I don't have wheels. Oh, Becca Boo says hello, Raylan.
Keep it like this. Keep it like this, okay?
Becca says hello.
Hello.
She's being a little jerk, Becca. I'm so sorry. Oh, I think your daddy's home. Praise the Lord.
6, 3, 4.
Yep, that's about right. That's now she's gonna go hide from her daddy.
Alright, then I'm home.
Oh, well, that would be lying. Are we supposed to lie? I'm supposed to tell you that Raylan is not home. Did you hear me?
Mhm.
All right, so there's our polka dots. We're going to put this in the water because we are officially done with polka dots. And we're going to stencil. I've held this stencil out just for this last little bit. I am going to blow dry just to make sure. Just popping in for a second to say hello to give you from Hawaii. Hey! Is that Sharon? From Hawaii. I've made a sweet friend over in Hawaii, and I just love her. I love her to pieces. Raylan loves watching her lives. She does the pins. Oh, y'all, look at my pen. Look at my pen. I have this one protected from paint splatter.
She has 2 Ursula.
There's my Ursula. Look at that. I
Mom.
love this one. It looks like a bowling ball, and it brings me so much joy because I was a bowler for so long.
Mom.
It was perfect. She didn't know that. So like the fact that she picked that without me having to pick that, like it's perfect. And so I have her, she's at my paint desk. And so I have her protected behind plastic so that she doesn't get dirty.
And Mama.
Yes, ma'am.
You actually have 4 you actually have 3 Ursulas.
I've got a bunch of Ursulas.
Only 3.
Raylan.
I think.
All right, we're going to stencil this last eraser on. I collect Ursulas. So, yeah, I'm going to have a bunch. Go tell your daddy all about today. Go give him all your attention. All of it. Thank you, ma'am.
For your wife, I'm going to put these right here.
All right, so like I said, light pressure. You can always, this tape right here is from when I let Raylan use this stencil. So don't worry, you can always tape it down. I just haven't taken the tape off yet. You can use all different things to use to pounce your excess paint off. You do not want to come over with a soupy sponge, okay? You do not want to use a soupy sponge. Tap off the majority of your excess paint over on your palette. I just use a spare spot of my palette. Like wherever there's a dry spot, I just use that. So don't have a soupy sponge. Use light pressure. Pretend it's your face because it is a makeup sponge. So that's kind of an easy transition, right? Pretend it's your face. You wouldn't want to be jabbed in the cheekbone with hard pressure, right? So don't jab your your artwork. Don't jab your door hanger. How cute would this be as an ornament? How precious. Like size down to like an 8-inch. These would be really cute teacher appreciation gifts. Okay. If you want to get her started on her bath, that'd be phenomenal. Baby, I haven't done dinner yet. Just if you want to get her started on her bath, once I'm done here, I'm going to get started on dinner. Okay. Now, last thing that we have to do, let's add the center. Let's back it up and see this thing as a whole. Yes. Look at that. I love the polka dot and the mixed textures of the polka dot and the stencil. I think it really does make it pop. I think it does. I think it's fun. Okay. We're going to do gray. I'm just going to take my black and add white to it and make it its own shade of gray. She has so many things she wants to say. It's turning out super cute. I know. So we're going for like a charcoal gray. It does not have to be pitch black, okay? Honestly, pitch black would be too dark. So let's go for a charcoal gray. Marie, she knows me too well. She goes, are you going for a charcoal color? I just read your comment. Hey, Christy Rayner. It's super cute. I'm very thankful for it. This is just going to be... I'm excited because now this is just going to become Raylan's teacher appreciation present. We're going to do this in a basket because that poor woman she loves my child. She loves her so much. And Raylan loves her so much. But I know for a fact the million questions that I get at home, she's got to get at least twice the amount because she's with her 3 times as much. So minimum twice as many questions and second opinions because Raylan loves to give her opinion. She loves it. Sometimes just to praise her, I will say, hey, what do you think? Because she loves to know that she chose something. She loves to know that you picked something because it was her idea. So every once in a while, I'll go, what do you think? All right, I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do the other side. Okay. Like I said, we're doing a charcoal gray. Trying not to drag my arm. Through wet paint. Oh, that was Sheila. It just hit me who that was. It popped up, and it must be because she's on a different server than she's normally on, because normally it says her name. That was Sheila from Hawaii. Sheila's on vacation in Hawaii. I think her husband's there for a business trip, and she tagged along. I think that's who that was. It didn't say your name. I have a friend in Hawaii that I just met, and I thought it was her. Her name is Sharon. And so I was like, is it Sharon? And it just hit me. Sheila's in Hawaii right now. Lucky. I've never been to Hawaii. I haven't really been to I think I've been to Nevada. It was Sheila. I knew it was Sheila. Like that. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, wait a minute. Sharon should be on Instagram right now because she does her lives on Instagram. Sharon should be on Instagram right now. She should be live. In fact, after I get done here, while I'm uploading on the website for our Friday. Oh, Christy, we've got Friday deals coming up. We're going to start a new thing on Fridays. We're going to do dollar deals on Fridays. And I think we figured out, we have a couple of good options for names. We have, it's going to be, I'm going to take 5 old designs that have, they've been released before, but they're like throwbacks. Like it's like a flashback Friday, right? We're going to take 5 old designs and re-release them. But we're going, since they've been released before, we're going to discount them to $1. Every Friday, it'll be 5 different designs, and they'll be $1. Snag what you want. Skip what you don't. Christy's like, ooh, I love me a deal. Me too. I'm always trying to think of how can I make crafting cheaper? And I think that's the best way possible. It's just the name. We have some really good names thrown out there. Fabulous Friday. Fat 5. I got to be able to say it now. Okay. So that's going to be the defining factors. Can Erica say it live without it sounding like a naughty word or an accidental cuss word? Because I'm not a cusser. But I will say, if I get tongue-tied, it never fails. It's going to sound like a bad word. It's going to sound like a cuss word. Fabulous Flashback Friday. Is the charcoal color like a chalkboard paint? Okay, it is just black mixed with some white, and it's to look like a chalkboard. Now, you can make this a chalkboard design and just not put anything in the middle. And I had thought about that for this teacher, but I want it to be like, I decided we're just going to put her name on it. It just makes it easy. That, just be done. Flashback Fridays. Yeah, I'm thinking Flashback Fridays. That's my original thought. If anybody came up with a better thing that makes me like really go, ooh, that's it, then that'll be it. Dollar deals. I thought about Friday dollar deals. It's not 100% alliteration, but there's enough there. But they're going to be dollars. So, like, we could throw dollar deals in there. It could be Flashback Friday dollar deals. We got to remember, Susan Easter's, what did Susan say? Oh, she was the one that said about the chalkboard. It would be a really cute chalkboard design. And I was like, you know what? It could be one, but I really want this to be for her door. It's a really big design. It's a really big one. And I know for her, the few times that I've been in the classroom, which Friday I get to go back to the classroom because Raylan's probably getting an award at her award assembly. So if you're paint studio, we're moving our paint time from Friday morning, and I haven't decided if it's going to be Friday afternoon or if it's going to be Saturday morning. It's most likely going to be Saturday morning. So we're going to move it to Saturday morning, just so I can go and be there for Raylan when she gets her award. And I usually have lunch with her whenever. Funky flat. Oh, whoa. Hold on, Marie. That's a lot going on. Funky Fresh Flash Friday Frenzy for Fritz. Nope, too much. Too much. That's a lot. Your friend Erica can't handle that one. Are you putting everything away? I was about to cook. It's getting in my way over here, y'all. She's about to put things up where I can't find them, or I'm gonna struggle. I had a whole plan. I have a little paint ridge over here when I have to. All right, y'all. We may not get to shade this one tonight. I may have to shade this one off camera. But we did a lot of fun stuff tonight. Can I help you?
Would you like to have that tomorrow night and then grab something?
No, I got it. I got it. Half of it's already prepared. All I gotta do is warm it up. All right, there we go. We are gonna do the words though. We are gonna do the words. I will make sure. Catch me either tomorrow or Saturday to see this final result. I will finish it off camera. Let's see. I do want to do the words before we leave though. What time is it? I didn't set up my camera like I know on my clock.
6:50.
Okay. I've got 10 more minutes. All right, I'm going to take a white paint marker. Oh, why did I do this to myself? Every time with the white paint marker. Thanks, Christy. She's like 6:49. Whenever I have my camera set up, it takes my clock away. So I always have to set a third clock somewhere around. I normally take my kitchen clock and turn it around on the counter so I can see it. But I didn't do that this time. I was over here getting things ready and kind of just enjoying my little bit of me time. Raylan was keeping herself very much occupied until she realized that I was live, and so okay, let's go ahead and do this just so you can kind of see it come together. Unless you want to go grab the kids' pizza.
I thought it would be easy on my wife since she's working and she didn't have to do too much all at once.
Oh, I wasn't too worried about all that. But if you want to get them pizza, I would be more than happy to put that in the fridge when we do it tomorrow. I just didn't want, I know you're off tomorrow, so I didn't want to cut into, you usually like to grill, but it is going to rain tomorrow, so you won't be able to.
That's right.
Hey, look at that. Look at things working out.
My idea.
I don't like to plan dinner on the nights that he's home because when I plan, I get frustrated because he also plans to cook and I don't like to take that away from him. So I feel like I have a whole meal in the fridge that's going to go to waste. So I've just learned, don't do that. Just assume he's cooking. And if he doesn't cook, we just eat out that night. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now, I'm turning this all which ways because there's still some wet paint on here. Domino's Pizza is 50% off today. Huh. We have Domino's right down the street, too. We have a bunch of different little pizza places here. Now, when they eat pizza, I have to eat something different, though, because y'all know me and my gluten-free life over here. There's certain, like Domino's does a really good gluten-free pizza, but usually I'll just go ahead and make my own pizza. I just use my sourdough starter. If you make a pancake, it's basically like making a pancake. You just take your sourdough starter. Oh no, do y'all see that? Do y'all see that white dot? Let's see if we can fix that without it making a mess. Okay. I don't know where it came from other than my paint pen. I guess I must have shook it. Shake it off. So if you are a sourdough girly like me, I love my sourdough starter. I make pancakes with it, like legit, like we'll make a pancake batter. I have a couple of different recipes for pancakes that I really like. I make cinnamon rolls. In fact, I have the dough going. I made up a batch of cinnamon roll dough, and the kids are going to have cinnamon rolls for Saturday morning. I like to make those up 2 days in advance because it does take a while to rise. But for pizza, you can do it in a cast iron in the oven. And I've done it and it's delicious. But the fastest way to do this is to take your sourdough discard. Just plain old sourdough starter that's, that you would have just thrown out or set aside anyways. I just take the discard, thin it out with some water, just a little bit. You just want it to be a little, I compare it to like if you were making like a crepe, if that makes sense. I make it like a crepe consistency. I just I put oil in the pan, warm the oil up, and then I pour that sourdough discard right into the hot oil, thin it out, and just cook it. Just cook it on one side, flip it over, cook it on the other side. And once your pancake basically is done cooking, put your toppings on and let your toppings melt. So easy. Takes about 10-15 minutes to cook one. Homemade. And they're delicious. I need you to do some of the sourdough bread. Oh, you want me to do sourdough bread live? You're gluten-free too? Okay. So I was gluten-free before I realized I really needed to be gluten-free. Like I knew I was allergic to certain grains, like anything that's fermented, like beer and all that. I knew from an early age that I was allergic to it. It would make me break out in hives. There was one that was spilt one day. I helped clean it up and I was covered in it. And I realized I was broken out in hives. We thought I had not the chicken pox. I don't remember what it was, but I remember having to take oatmeal baths and being slathered with chamomile or chamomile. I call it the chicken pox medicine. I was slathered in it as a kid. We just thought I had an allergic reaction to something else. And it turned out, no, it was beer. And then, so I knew it had to be related to wheat or barley, right? So I just stayed away from all of that. And then, the older I got, I realized anytime I ate bread, my stomach would hurt. So, calamine, yes, the pink stuff. My stomach would just hurt so bad and my whole body would just start itching. And I never connected it to bread until I got a little older. I started really paying attention to it. So I was like, you know what? It's probably just time to go gluten-free and just suck it up, Buttercup. And honestly, I haven't really missed a whole lot. I do hate when we go to Cracker Barrel, which isn't often. And there's pancakes, and I want them because I feel like Cracker Barrel's pancakes are just the best. I need to let that white dry. It does need a second coat, but paint pen, it needs to be completely dried and cured before you go over it with a second coat. So let's bump up, see the whole thing for all its glory. Now there will be, we'll just finish it. Y'all want to finish this? Since he's going to get pizza, I'm not on a time limit anymore. Y'all want to finish it? We just have some shading that needs to be done. Awesome handwriting, right? Right? Nope, girl, that was 100% etched on. 100. Your girl's not a hand letterer. Okay, Valerie says, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm going to take my beigey color that we ghosted out. And I'm going to just make it go down one side of the pencils, the wooden part of the pencils. So I've just been gluten-free ever since. And every once in a while I'll cheat and I'll remember, oh, this is why I don't eat this mess.
Hello.
Because it hurts my tummy and it makes my whole body itch. Specifically, Does freehand letters or okay? No, Erica does not. Erica does not. Never. Y'all better check my temperature if I'm over here freehanding crap.
Mama.
Freehanded letters don't work with Erica. Her hand don't work that way.
Mama, can I show them my sloth now?
Yes, you can show them your sloth. She wants you to see her sloth. Oh, look at how cute.
Her name is Flossie.
She does not freehand, girl. I was about to say, you know me better than that. Erica will get a tracer out. She will get a stencil cut faster than she will ever attempt to freehand anything.
Are you almost done, Mama?
Yeah, I'm just shading. I'm just, just final touches.
Can I tell them something?
What would you like to tell them?
This Miss Halls is actually my teacher's name.
Is that your teacher's name?
Yeah.
How many Miss Halls do you think that there are?
200.
200? Well, whoever gets this one's going to be super special, huh?
Mhm.
Okay, so do you see how that just kind of rounded that side out? I don't think I'll do it on this side. I think I'm going to do a highlight on this side. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do on the left side, I'm going to do a shade, and on the right side, I'll do a highlight.
Actually, this is just water.
Yep, that's just water. You're right.
Why could it get a little bit of water and then pour it down?
Because that would be too much water. That thing right there, that lays down the perfect little layer of water.
Tell me when to spray it.
Okay, hold on, let me.
One more time and then I can spray it.
Go ahead, spray it. Nope, right here. All right, that was really close.
Also, right there is actually kind of good now.
Well, it'll dry before I need to get over there.
I'm helping, Daddy.
All right, let's do this one right here.
Whoa.
Don't spray it too
Oh.
close. All right, there we go. Let's see. We said the left side, so I have to mentally remind myself this is upside down. That isn't it a pretty eraser? So we decided to flip flop on each pencil. We decided to flip flop. The eraser got opposite of what the pencil got. So we could have done all pencils with the stencil and all erasers with the polka dot. So we could have done that. I think I just got paint all over my face.
Can I see?
It pays heavily to I do the same, right? It does. It saves you a whole
Can I
lot.
see?
Cheating. What?
There's no paint on your
Okay, good.
face.
What? When she says cheating, she means us breaking out a tracer or having etched words. Like we're not spending our precious time hand lettering.
So can I
We'll
just
let the
spray-
people who are the professionals at that do that.
So I can just spray this in my mouth because it's water?
No, I wouldn't do that though, Raylan. I
Why?
would not. Just because I asked you not to. All right. So there's the pencils. And they are shaded all on the left side. So like I said, I'm gonna on the left side of each element. So the pencil, each pencil is an element, okay?
It's actually past their time.
All right. So yeah, Daddy's going to get. Did he tell you? Did he tell you what he's going to get?
But
we're gonna do that tomorrow
why not tonight?
because he wants to go ahead and get you fed. He doesn't want to wait. And I agree. I feel like we can do that tomorrow. It's it'll be an easy dinner since it's already made. All I got to do is warm it up.
Also, Daddy's also not really good patient.
Well, who do you think you get it from? Do you think you're very patient?
No.
She
Okay, Daddy.
She just goes. Also,
No more patience.
she goes. Daddy's not very patient.
Daddy,
No, yeah, it does. Oh, you mean the cheat? Okay, that's what you meant by cheating. I thought you were referring to our stencils and our not hand lettering. Yes, no, it does not pay to cheat when you're gluten free and you're gluten free because of the allergy. So I love it when I do go places and they're like, "Are you? Please stop,
I'm spray.
baby. You're all in my work area, okay?
Okay.
This is why you got sent away earlier."
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you. Now I forgot what I was saying. I love it when like a restaurant will go, "Are you gluten free for out of preference or out of allergy?" Because it does matter. It matters. Honestly, if they don't ask I'm like, no big deal. But there have been a few restaurants where they're like, "Which one is it?" Because if it's an allergy, they're gonna like double check that your stuff does not get cross contaminated. Which for me, I say allergy because it is an allergy, but it's not like an anaphylactic thing. Like it's not going to kill me, but like it will save me from a whole lot of discomfort for days. Days of being itchy.
And mosquitoes.
But yeah, no, my favorite sourdough has been my favorite little gluten-free hack because although it is not 100% gluten-free in my house, it has really been a game changer for me to be able to eat basically whatever I want if it comes from the starter, the sourdough. If it's made with sourdough that I baked. Now I do not believe all sourdough is created equal. I do not trust store-bought sourdough. I really don't.
Can I feel how dry it is?
No, Ray, I would prefer you not mess
Mm-hmm.
with anything going on over here.
Okay.
I do want to clean this up.
I also see some layers that shouldn't be. This layer is all bumpy and glumpy.
I'm sorry about that. I hope that doesn't offend you, Raylyn.
I like your other works though. You did a lot of work.
I did, didn't I?
Why did you do a lot of work?
Because it's worth it.
Do you bring this to school and show your kids?
No, not usually. They don't know what I do outside of school. I help out at my local high school. It's actually the high school that I went to high school at, and she is very interested in what goes on up there. So she'll ask me questions about, so what happened today? Did anybody get in trouble? And and what did y'all do? And
Me?
yeah.
We did a lot of things, but I want you to go to. I was gonna ask the question to you.
Well, that's what I was saying. Those are the questions that you normally ask me.
Right now I'm asking a different question.
Okay. Well, your belly needs to
Right
be
here?
over. Yep, because I need the elbow room.
And also, Mama,
Mm-hmm.
tell your friends that about your nails.
We've already talked about the nails.
And by the way, did you say that she glued them on, so that means they're fake?
They are fake.
Yes, they are fake.
They're press-ons.
Mhm.
I used to get my nails done. I used to do my own, and then when Nene went in the hospital, I couldn't do them because you can't have things that smell at the hospital. So I started doing press-ons, so I could do them while I was sitting up there waiting for doctors.
And yeah.
Oh, y'all, I'm really. I was hoping your daddy would take you with him.
Nah. I won't stay here.
I figured you would.
Yeah, because about my nails.
Well, baby, I'm not going to forget. That was her incentive. If she left me alone and let me finish this, which I felt like we could have probably been done if we didn't have a little
But it still smells good.
little side seat painter.
I actually still smell good.
You do smell amazing. You smell fresh. Fresh from a bath.
Yep, and guess what? We didn't use the old soap anymore.
Oh, which soap did you use?
My daddy's.
Oh, I don't like it when he does that.
Why?
Because it's too harsh for your skin. You're still little. We need to use some more gentle stuff on you.
No, thank you.
Protect that sweet, sweet baby skin.
Hey, my skin actually matches this.
Well, we used a skin color. Okay. There's that.
Come on, look.
Yes, Raylan.
She has the same color.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can go now. Go on.
Okay. Now, I am going to shade under this banner because technically that banner is it's a label. So it's sitting on top. It's sitting on top. So I'm just going to do a light little hold on. My whole brush got contaminated.
Can I taste a sip of your tea?
Yes, Raylan, you can take a sip of my tea. Okay. Sweet baby girl, can you go and watch TV in Mama's room and wait for Mama to be finished? I will get done a lot faster if you're not in my elbow space.
Yeah, but I want to.
Yeah, but. So that means no.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
What?
The headphones. Maybe I can bring these headphones with me. So I can hear
I would prefer you not take my headphones out of this room.
Oh, yeah.
Those are Mama's nice headphones. Okay, so like I said, we're just putting our shade color right underneath this label. And I do have a baby wipe in my hand. So if I get it on the label, I can just take my baby wipe and just kind of clean it up. This is the lightest little layer of paint. And it's not really, as long as it doesn't fully dry, you can wipe it away. Okay, so that's pencil number 1.
Can I say pencil number 2?
I'm doing it right now.
No, that's pencil number 1.
Raylan,
What?
do not be confrontational.
Okay. If I don't know what that even is.
Don't argue.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so I really did get it in this black, and the camera probably won't show that. But just trust me, I did. I was not very gentle with it. So I'm just taking my baby wipe and just wiping it away where it doesn't belong. Okay. I love shading. I know, right, Susan? I love shading. I'm telling you. Now, I know everybody orders from like all the different companies. I order the glue, but I just use store-bought press-ons. I mean, I do have a friend that sells from a couple of different companies. And I mean, I'll order a couple sets to support her. I'll order when they have a sale going on. But when I'm in the drugstore and I see a really cute, and I order my glue from her. But if I see a set in the store, I pick that up. I usually pick them up whenever I see them on clearance. Like at Walmart, they put them on clearance after holidays. So like after Christmas stuff went on sale, I picked up, they had a whole bunch of red, and red is one of my favorite colors to wear on my nails, especially during holidays. So I am not brand specific when it comes to the actual nail. I am brand specific when it comes to the glue. All right, rinse and repeat. Let's do the top of it, top of the label. This is really going to make that label pop. All right, we're going pencil by pencil. We're doing it in thirds here, okay? The trick to shading is to not bite off more than you can chew. You want to use light pressure. We're sweeping the floor, okay? And if you get it where it's not supposed to be, If you did it right, everything else should be dry. Like everything else. The only thing that should be wet is where you're shading. The little layer of paint that you're laying down for your shade. So you should be able to just wipe that away with a baby wipe.
Speaking of wipe, I'm wiped out.
You're wiped out. Why don't you go watch a movie?
No, I'm on my horse.
Yeah, I saw you over there. She's got a pool noodle that I had put away, and you've obviously found.
Yeah, I saw it under the couch.
Yeah, I had it under the couch so that things couldn't get swept. If you want a nice little hack for cleaning under the couch, if you have I have a pretty low profile couch, so I put pool noodles around the edge of the couch so that it could only go as far as the pool noodle.
And also,
And Raylene keeps taking them from out underneath the couch.
not all of them.
No, but baby, I don't want any of them. They're doing a job.
Take it down, people's way. Yeah, this one is this red one actually. But there's actually one more left.
I know, Raylene. I'm aware.
By the way, I also did agree.
I'm trying not to yell. Usually when I go into song, it's because I'm trying to maintain my composure.
Okay, you're taking it to you're taking it to you're taking it too much.
Oh, I'm being too much?
Yeah, the singing is too much. Remember, this is live and this is not a singing competition.
Oh, I have something to say. If I'm too much, what do we say? What do we say? If I'm too much, go find less.
Actually, no, that's chicken.
Go find less.
No, it's chicken. Okay, that's what I say.
Is ready for mom. Yes, she's been ready, Roxana. She has been ready.
Wait for what?
Been ready.
Wait for what, Mom?
I'm her favorite toy.
Also, these noodles are amazing.
So when we stenciled this, now that we've shaded, this created the perfect little sandwich of base color, stencil, shade. That creates a really fun little sandwich. Okay, I'm going to back up. You see how that kind of made this right here? It made it even darker looking because we lifted it up. I have a t-shirt. That's right, you do. I forgot I was there well, I wasn't there when you bought it, but I remember when you bought it. Okay. Let's do the erasers now. Remember, we kept all the shading to the left. And that's to the left when our design is north and south. So right now, we can read it like a book, right? So everything to the left got a shade. So that means when we're working on these erasers, we're only going to be shading the left and the bottom. Okay? Left and the bottom. Okay? Straight from the bottle berry color.
Come on. Okay, that way.
That'll be back with the pizza in just a minute.
Okay.
I thought he talked to you.
No, he didn't.
I swore he went in your room and was like, hey. He may have went into her room to get her a nightgown.
He went in her room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your day at school today?
Pretty good.
We've already gone over Raylynn's day, so might as well. Hey, how was your day?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Can't complain.
Can't complain. That's my baby.
I can't complain.
That's my easy to please baby. He's my easy child. Can't complain. Wouldn't pay off if you did, huh?
Me and Daddy are not the paid child.
No.
And by the way, my tummy's grumbling.
Cool.
It's cool.
All right.
Here we go. You ready? Let's go.
And I'm tapering it off. Like it's really wide here. And as I get closer, because remember, we're going to want to highlight that just a little bit. So I'm kind of keeping it tapered off right there at the very top curve because we're going to eventually add a highlight to that. The only thing I'm not going to shade is the green part, and I think because I'm going to put glitter on it. So stay tuned. That might get glitter. The whole time I've been painting this, I was like, how can I make that pop? And I think I want there to be glitter. Okay.
This is actually fun for me.
I'm glad you're having fun.
On this noodle.
On that pool noodle that is going to find its way back under the couch.
I'm sorry, Mom. I need this to play horses. Oh!
There we go. Ooh, wait. I'm loving it, y'all. I am loving it. It's really starting to come to life with all the shading. Oh, how can I show you? Especially on that. That one is pretty.
Horse. Okay, never mind.
All right. All right, then. Okay. For the lead and for the edge of this, we need to add just straight from the bottle black. Remember, we ghosted it out with some white and made a charcoal gray. Now we're going to go in with a little bit of black and give it just a little bit of shadow that it needs. Let me see if I can get you close so you can kind of see the difference it makes. All right, a couple spritzes of water. I'm making sure not to leave my palm on the project
Oh my goodness.
because it is going to smear. Oh yeah. Oh man. That's looking good.
What about my horse? Do I love my horse, Mama?
I do. I adore your horse. She thinks she's getting away with it. She really does. Is that Marie saying glitter? You say? I agree. It would be. It would because it's the metallic part of the pencil. Like that. This whole time I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's pretty, but it just looks drab, and I feel like that part needs to be blingy. Okay. Let's blow dry that. I want you to see the transition between the chalkboard look, like we did a faux chalkboard with a charcoal gray, and now look at those edges. They are shaded. They look good. That's like one of those makeup artists that know how to contour, unlike me, don't know how to. No, ma'am. Not this chick. You would think, like having the knowledge of painting that I have, that contouring would probably come easy. You get basic makeup. You get a couple swipes of an eyeshadow, little positioning of some blush or the old school, the rouge. Absolutely nothing fancy on this face. All right. You know what? I was kind of frustrated about her getting the pool noodle, but it has kept her occupied. I should have gave her the pool noodle earlier.
And by the way, you shouldn't even put them under the couch because.
Raylan, don't tell me what I can and can't do, sweet baby.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Yes. Oh, but Mom.
Unless you want to get under the couch with a vacuum cleaner twice a
no,
week.
thank you.
I didn't think so.
And also, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right?
Mom, I know this is a lot of practice, but how do you paint so well? Don't do practice. Don't do practice.
It's practice.
Stop doing practice.
She gets mad because she has I got her an iPad and she has Procreate and she draws and she goes, Mama, why are you so good and I'm not? I'm like, you are good. I'm 5 times as old as you, so I've been drawing a lot longer than you have. I've got a lot more practice under my belt. It just takes practice. If you want to master it, you've got to put in the work. You do a phenomenal job, sweet baby.
And also, Mama, do I do better than you?
At what?
A drawing?
On certain things, yes, ma'am, you do.
Even a painting. I want to show them my Kirby.
You should show them your Kirby. I don't know if I showed y'all last time, but she painted a Kirby. That was her incentive to let me paint.
We're just gave my makeover.
All right.
Remember when we showed you that had no colors? So now he has some colors and I add something. This is Kirby.
This is Kirby.
Mom did the outlines, the black lines, so you can see.
Is that part of the pencil supposed to be shaded upper left shade? Part of the pencil. Hold on.
Okay.
Here, here, and here. Hold on, I'm gonna move me. I'm in the way. It's really bugging me. I'm fighting it. All right. So here, here, and here. Everything on the left side. This is shaded. It may not look like it on camera, but it is. This is shaded. This is shaded. Everything along those lines has been shaded. Except for here in the black. Because this is a label that goes across all 3 of them. So I left that unshaded. And I'm not going to shade these because I think I am going to do glitter. I think I'm going to do I don't know. I haven't decided what kind of glitter yet, but I am going to do glitter. Okay, only the left side. Yes, I only did the left side because we're about to do a highlight. Girl, we're going to highlight it up.
I think that's enough highlight. You got a lot of
That's
highlights.
why we didn't ask Raylan.
Also, people
That's
can.
why we didn't ask Raylan.
Mama, people can see it.
They can see what?
The painting right now, so you don't have to highlight it.
I like highlights.
Well,
All right, so now we're going to do, this is upside down. We're going to do on the right side. We're going to do a little bit of white. Not on the yellow pencil. Just on a few. So when it comes to highlighting, you do about half as much as you did shading.
and also practice, and also do your best.
So shading is gonna be, you would do so much shading, okay? You would do at least half, if not less, highlighting, okay? You don't want this thing to be overpowered by artificial light, okay? I have. So we're gonna, I lied. We are gonna do a little bit of white on this one. So, and all I'm using is white to shade, to highlight. Okay. And I'm not gonna put any highlight on the label. I'm basically just putting it on the wooden part of the pencil and the lead.
Do you think that my horse needs spray? I mean, that means I'm tired.
You think the horsey needs a spray? Oh, and the erasers. Oh, you couldn't see that, could you?
Give him a spray. Give him a spray.
See, right there.
No.
That's enough, Raylan.
Thank you.
All right.
That's not my spray.
All right. That's a little too close. I'll knock you out. Okay. White. Okay. Look at that, just a little bit. It's not, I don't want it to be distracting. Don't want it to be distracting. I just want it to be a little wash of light. Go. Okay, so all three pencil tips have gotten a little wash of light on the opposite side of where the shading went. I am going to put it on the erasers. So same side. So the right side when it's for north and south. So as if you could read it like a book. I have it upside down right now. So this is actually, if I turned it around and had it going right side up, this would be the right side. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a highlight right there. And someone said the other day when we did this, it just made it look natural. Because I'm not aiming for realistic. I'm not a realistic painter. I like things to be soft. I do like a good paint pen. Like we used paint pen on the word, right? On the words. But I don't necessarily want the harsh line of a paint pen as my definition. That's the word. Oh, that word was not coming to me. So I like to use highlights and shades, highlights and lowlights. And so that wherever I put highlights and shades, wherever I put highlights and shades, they're just naturally where the light would hit if this was a real object. And it doesn't necessarily make it look realistic. It just, someone said the other day, it made it look more natural. And I took that as the biggest compliment. Because I was like, you know what? You're right. And that's a more appropriate word than realistic. I just want it to look softer. I cannot wait to pick out the glitter that's going to go on here. I may go get glitter tomorrow after a little girl's assembly tomorrow.
Assembly.
Y'all have your celebration of excellence assembly tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna come?
Absolutely. I just told my paint studio because I was supposed to hang out with them tomorrow morning.
The kids?
No. My creative friends, my painter friends. We were going to paint. I'll show y'all what we're painting in the paint studio. We're going to do it Saturday. I'm going to move it to Saturday instead. We usually paint twice a month. We do one door hanger. And we do a garland and an attachment that coordinate. And we've already done the door hanger. It's right here. It's the lemonade picture, and it was so much fun to paint. It was an easy paint, but the garland, usually the door hanger is a little bit more involved, but this month, very rare occurrence, the garland is more involved. And so I have, I don't want to show you all the finish. I've already painted 5 of them. Here it is. So this weekend on Saturday, we're going to paint the matching mason jar and a cupcake that coordinates with the lemonade picture that says easy peasy lemon squeezy. And it's going to be super duper cute. It's going to be super duper cute.
I saw you said that bad word.
I said no bad word. And I lied. I think we are going to put a little highlight on the yellows of the pencils. Just a little bit. When I say a little bit, I mean a lot because it's yellow, right? So we need to be a little heavier with the pencil, the yellow. Right there. Just a little bit. You probably can't see that on camera, but it does. It gives it a little bit of a lift. Over here. Gives it a little bit of a lift. Not too distracting of one, but just a little bit. Okay, last little bit right here. What do you mean, oh goodness?
When I was sitting down, my leg hurts.
Yeah, it hurts when I sit down, crisscross applesauce on the ground too. Sometimes too.
I wasn't saying crisscross applesauce.
Or you weren't?
Yeah, I was doing this.
Oh,
That hurt.
took a kneel.
Oh my god, this hurts. Yeah, this hurts.
All right, here we go. I think that's enough fancy pants extra on this one.
Already done?
I think I'm done other than the glitter.
Oh my. Where is the glitter?
I don't know. I think I'm going to go to the glitter shop tomorrow and pick up a new glitter because, I mean, that green is my school color, so it wouldn't hurt to have.
But what
Some
about
green
blue?
glitter. Huh?
Can we have green and blue on
You
it?
want me to pick up a pretty blue, a sky blue, or
Ocean.
an ocean blue? Okay, I can do that. I'll pick you up a blue glitter. I will link the glitter that I end up using in the link buffet later. And it's so beautiful. I know it turned out super cute. And like I said, super natural. I love the softness of all the shading and the highlighting on here. It really did make everything pop. It makes me happy. With the highlights, it's working in my brain. It's very, and it did turn out. I still need to do a second coat on that paint pen, but I want that paint pen to fully cure. Like I find that paint pen gets super smudgy if you go over it too many times. But if you step away and let it completely like cure, it kind of reduces the smudges. So I do think that we are going to do glitter. I am going to do a wire hanger. And I'm going to use beads. Here's the beads that I think I'm going to use. I pulled these. They're just left over from our Hello Spring workshop that we did last month. And they match, at least the pink and the white. I don't know. I might do all those. I might do all of those. All those kind of match in here pretty well. And then I also have some fun, like just primary colors in here too. I might put in there just because, again, it is an elementary school classroom. So kind of tie in the primary colors. It turned out so pretty. I need that sign. And it's cute, Valerie. It's going to be, I cannot wait to send this to the school. So, until then though, because I think teacher appreciation is coming up in March,
What if you put
May. I think it's like the first week of May. I don't know. I have to look it up. It's always different for us.
What about you put it in the hall? Because classes have pencils.
It would be a really good idea to put it on the door so they can find the door that leads to the teacher, Miss Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all good night. It's been so much fun. I will post a picture of the final product all sealed and everything with the hanger and all that jazz. Maybe tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Saturday. Okay? So keep an eye on the page to see this final product. And then until then, I will see you later. Bye.